This is Pray for Tears, where tears blend with prayers from the heart. Today, you'll hear a morning prayer from an elderly man, kneeling by his flower garden, written for himself and his neighbors. In the early sunlight, he prays to find grace and purpose, to bring joy to his community. Listen with us and join us in prayer. Letter content. Good morning, and to the flowers in my garden. I'm kneeling here in my small garden in Florida, beside the flowers I've grown for years, feeling the morning sunlight warm on my shoulders. Today, the garden is vibrant with the colors of daisies, roses, and the sound of birds chirping, like a reminder of life's beauty. I'm 67 now, my hands trembling as I hold my pruning shears. But my heart still longs to find grace and purpose, to make this new day meaningful for me and those around me. I learned about Pray for Tears through a friend, and I send this letter hoping the community will join me in praying for grace and purpose this morning. I remember mornings 30 years ago when I started planting this garden, hoping to make it a place of healing for myself and my neighbors. Each morning, I'd come out to water each flower, and I'd pray that this garden wouldn't just be flowers, but a gift, a purpose to bring joy. My neighbor Linda would often pass by, smiling, saying, "Henry, your garden makes me happy every day." And I'd pray that her smile would never fade. One time, I planted a bed of daisies for a child in the neighborhood, Sophie, when she lost her dog, and I prayed those flowers would bring her comfort, that she'd find joy again. Those mornings, I felt my purpose, and I prayed for God's grace to help me keep spreading love through this garden. I remember the years that followed, when the garden became an essential part of my life, but I started wondering if I still had a purpose. When my wife passed away 10 years ago, I felt empty, and this garden became my refuge, where I prayed to find meaning in my life again. Some mornings, I'd kneel by the roses she loved, tears falling, and I'd pray not to lose myself, to still bring joy to others despite my pain. My neighbor James once said, "Henry, your garden is the light of this neighborhood." And I prayed to keep being that light, even with a grieving heart. Those mornings, I felt the weight of loss, but I prayed for God's grace to help me find purpose, for this garden to remain a gift to the community. Today, I kneel here by my flower garden, and I pray to find grace and purpose in this new day. I pray that my heart, though it's known much sorrow, can still find joy in each flower, in each smile from my neighbors. I pray that my hands, though weary, can still plant flowers, can still prune, can still create a garden that brings hope to everyone. I pray that my soul, though it's been through loss, can still feel God's grace, can still find purpose in bringing joy to the community. I pray that this new day isn't just another day, but a chance to live with meaning, to spread love, to feel my purpose through this garden. I also pray for my neighbors, and for all those seeking purpose this morning. I pray for Linda, that she always finds joy passing by this garden, that she knows I think of her with each daisy. I pray for Sophie, now grown, that she always has a heart full of love, that she feels grace through the flowers I once planted for her. I pray for James and everyone in this neighborhood, that they find purpose in their own lives, that they feel grace through small things, like this garden. I pray that my grace, though just flowers in a garden, can ripple out, touching hearts that need purpose, that need hope. Life isn't always easy, and some days I feel like I have no purpose, like this garden is all I have. Some mornings, I wake up feeling lonely, wondering if these flowers truly make a difference, if I truly matter. But I've learned to pray, to kneel by my garden, to watch the flowers, and feel God's grace, like a reminder that I can still bring joy. I've learned to be grateful, grateful that I can still plant, can still see my neighbors' smiles, can still pray to find my purpose again. I kneel here by my garden, and I pray this new day is one of grace, of purpose, of love shared. I wish my wife were still here, to see this garden with me in the morning sunlight. I wish I could hear her say, "Henry, your garden is beautiful," so I'd know I'm doing right, that I have purpose. I wish I could share this garden with more people, so they'd know grace, and purpose can be found in small things, like a flower. But I know, even if she's not here, I can still pray, can still plant, can still find grace and purpose in this new day. My dear neighbors, if you can hear me, know that I'll always pray for you. I pray your new day is filled with grace, that you find purpose in every moment, that you know I cherish you. I pray that we, no matter where we are, feel God's grace through these morning prayers, through the flowers in this garden. I pray this new day is one of purpose, of hope, of love, for all of us. I cherish you, more than this garden, more than the flowers I plant today, more than these prayers I write, and I hope my grace reaches you this new day. Your neighbor, Henry. Let us join Pray for Tears in praying with Henry, the elderly man seeking grace and purpose by his flower garden in Florida. We pray, O Lord, for Henry, that his new day be filled with grace, that his heart, though it's known sorrow, still finds joy in each flower. May his flower garden, the morning sunlight on his shoulders, be a source of inspiration for him to keep spreading love, to live with purpose. We pray his new day is one of meaning, that he feels your grace, that he brings joy to his community through his garden. Grant him hope, O God, so each morning is a chance to plant, to smile, to feel his purpose in every neighbor's smile. We pray for Henry's neighbors, and for all those he holds in his prayers. May Linda always find joy passing by this garden, feeling Henry's love through each daisy. May Sophie, now grown, always have a heart full of love, feeling grace through the flowers Henry once planted for her. We pray for James and everyone in this neighborhood, that they find purpose in their own lives, that they feel grace through this garden. Wrap them in your embrace, Lord. Let them feel Henry's grace through his flowers, through these tender morning prayers. We pray for all those seeking purpose, especially in the mornings when they long to spread love to their community. Spreading love is a noble purpose, but it's not always easy, especially when we face our own sorrows, our own losses. We pray that morning prayers, like Henry's, become a source of grace, that they find purpose in bringing joy to others. May small acts, like a flower garden, rise as a voice, calling for hope, for a world where love is shared through each new day. We pray each morning reminds us that grace and purpose can be found in loving, in giving, in prayers from the heart. Join us in this prayer from the depths of your soul. Pray for those like Henry, who seek grace and purpose in the morning through their flowers and love for their community. Pray for neighborhoods, that they feel each other's love through these prayers and small gifts like a garden. Pray for all of us, that each new day be one of grace, of purpose, of love shared. Leave your prayer below, for Henry, for your loved ones, or for yourself, to find grace and purpose in this new day. Cry with Pray for tears, and send your morning prayers from your heart, for every prayer is a flower of hope